Hey, it's Greg Grunberg, Snap Wexley, and you are listening to Sixth Scale Scavengers.
Chris, TC, we've made it to 4 weeks, 4 episodes. Look at that.
Yep, we're keep on trucking here.
You have to stop counting.
Yeah, now we're just gonna stop counting. Now we're just like officially back. Like I'm like stubborn as an ox. So when I make my mind up and focus on something, there's no going back. So
wait a second, you did come back.
Well, so
anyway,
we'll probably have a little bit of a shorter episode this evening. We are unfortunately fighting against a worldwide release of The Mandalorian and Grogu. Our own TC here has to be out of here by 9:30 Eastern Standard Time to go catch his showing.
Yeah, it's gonna be late. As I don't usually see movies it starts at 10.
Well, when you've got a young one, you've got to sneak out whenever you can. So
yeah, and he'll hold down the fort. So
yeah, I mean he's probably fine by
stutters.
himself at this age. I mean he's
yeah, we got coverage. Yep,
I figured. And Chris, you're gonna see it tomorrow night.
Yep. Me and the wife. No kids.
I have to wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to wait till Saturday afternoon, 4:00 my time. The three of us in the Fontaine household are gonna go. Chris, you gave me grief, probably each of the last couple episodes of I'm known to spoil movies for myself. I think I'm just gonna go into this one. I don't think there's much to spoil. Just based on looking at some of the reviews from once the embargo lifted. I mean, the biggest thing is it just seems like it's 4 episodes of The Mandalorian kind of on the big screen is basically how you can draw your early conclusions.
Yeah. I mean, like I just want to have a good time. Give me some good action and kind of just enjoy a popcorn flick. Don't get caught up in all the the bigger stuff and have these preconceived notions. But yeah, hopefully it's entertaining at the very least.
Indeed. So I think we got like 4 or 5 figures to talk about tonight, all Star Wars, because they're doing this like month-long celebration of what is like the little one's big galaxy or something along those lines. Some pretty cool ones to talk about tonight. Some of them will go zip through a little bit faster than others, but guys, the rumor is that next week is like one more week that there's going to be like one more day where we're going to get another 4 or 5 Star Wars drops.
Wow.
I have a prediction of one of the figures. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I've been around the block, Chris. We've been doing this since 2018, coming up on close to a decade. I have a feeling I know what one of them is, but I want to see if either of you have just completely off the cuff, unplanned. This whole show is always unplanned, so there's nothing that we have.
Star Wars figure off the cuff. I'm gonna go Escape Leia from Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that figure because I feel like all the Bespin crew, like that one just is still out there that you need. I mean, you can use the Hoth one, I guess.
Well, don't you have to like just take a layer off the Hoth one with like the jacket,
and then the hair changes too? So
yeah,
oh, it does.
Yeah. So, but that'll be my hope. Let's go with that.
Oh, if they release Escape Leia, like that I'm instantly going to pre-order the Han, and I'm going to do whatever I can to get the Chewbacca. I'm on the wait list for the Chewbacca on Sideshow. I'm confident it'll convert. At worst case, I'll have to buy one on the secondary market. But that's a good call. I don't know, Chris. You gotta. I like mine because selfishly, it's my own pick. But what do you think?
Well, I mean, something's been leaked for another figure. So
really,
yeah, it was shown. It was shown at one of the shows over in.
Is it a bounty?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you can say. You know what? You say that when you're going to be 100% correct.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Embo from Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh.
Here's taking a little bit of a leap of faith on that one, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right. I completely didn't plan this at all. All right. Based on getting 2 figures from the Phantom Menace, I think we're going to get Artisan Padawan Kenobi.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You heard it here first, folks.
I don't think they haven't done Artisan Kenobi.
They don't have a Padawan Kenobi at all. Like, that's been one of the most requested figures.
Wow.
And what was it, last year, the year before, they did the Maul 2.0. Within us being back over the last month or so, we got the Qui-Gon Artisan and the sculpted hair one. If you want to recreate the Duel of Fates, you need a Kenobi. I want that figure so bad, guys. Like, I couldn't dopo that one fast enough if it gets released.
No, I mean that's like that's got to be the biggest one that hasn't been the biggest figure they haven't made yet. For the prequels, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it would complete the whole line. I mean, pretty much every major figure from that series, from that trilogy.
I think we're also within, I'd say before the end of the year, I think we'll probably also get a Padme from her look at the end of the movie with her like attack on the Theed Palace there. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if the one we're going to talk about later in the show is the only Padme we get. So before we talk about the figures, let's check in on the chat. Moderator Mike, always holding down the fort. Draw the line, always one of the first ones in. And yeah. Oops, that comment went away fast. Get this StreamYard production support thing working here correctly. Safe to say this has been a crazy month for Star Wars. You're welcome. We're back. Just like a joke. We timed it well. Chris and his buddy JC have been reconnected.
Chatting.
I've even got JC liking my comments of a dopo. You know, JC and Howard, they rung us up. They said, "Oh, Scavengers is back. Hot Toys is back."
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about first? Which one?
Let's see. I'm just checking on the rest of the chat here.
Yeah, it's like crew so far, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're fighting little Grogu
opening night here. Yeah, I doubt Mike's prediction will come true, but I would be pretty surprised if Roldo Artisan.
A 1/6 scale pod racer.
Imagine if little
they
give us the Anakin.
Little Anakin and pod racer. I will dopo that fast. I'll like hang it from like my ceiling right here.
Has that ever been?
I don't think it's ever been teased.
No.
I know they've shown like the Naboo Starfighter. I know they've shown.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, which
day.
Oh my god, that's like something that like Jazz Inc. would have to tackle. But I don't think he's touched Star Wars in a very long time. That he's doing all DC stuff. So
I didn't. Speaking of this, the pod racing, I never knew that it was basically the stadium was like this little model and they just did to get the stadium like atmosphere. They just like did like really tight shots of the little model zoomed in.
Yeah, they actually had like, Chris, wasn't it like colored Q-tips?
Yeah.
And they had like this little like tray on the bottom that made like the little Q-tips go up and down, like the crowd was. I want to go back and now really watch that. Some like 27 years later, we're still learning new things about old movies. Yeah, cotton swabs, Q-tips.
I mean, the thing is, with episode 1, there was so much behind the scenes footage and documentaries, and just George went all out with the Phantom Menace, and it kind of set the tone for the this behind the scenes demand of content. But unfortunately, we just don't. I mean, we get some of it with the series that Disney Plus does, but man, they went so far in with episode 1. If you want to like do a deep dive, you got plenty of content to get into.
Speaking of a lot of content to get into, 11 minutes in, let's start talking about some Hot Toys figures. All right, up first, Chris, we have the Imperial Remnant Driver. Now, you are the resident vintage expert. Vintage Viewport used to be your name.
Right.
I say AT-AT. You say
AT-AT, man. It's AT-AT.
no, it's not AT-AT.
It's AT-AT.
All right. Why is it AT-AT?
I mean, the commercials back in the day, playing with it. Kenner.
I didn't know what they were talking about.
I know, it was kids playing. That's where it's just stuck. AT-AT. But I mean, TC made a point earlier. You don't say at to like when you say ATST
at
or,
RT.
Yeah.
And the RT, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't have any knowledge, but I always say AT-AT. AT-RT.
Yeah, we got another AT-AT.
It's funny, like even my mother-in-law remembers when my brother-in-law's he had the AT-AT toy, and she even calls it AT-AT. It's like, I remember when he had that AT-AT. It's like the one thing she remembers like about Star Wars.
Well, anyways, we've got the agreed to disagree name of this driver/pilot. Chris, this is from The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Right.
A well-weathered driver. We still don't have like a clean version from Empire Strikes Back. No. And Mike's saying in the chat right now, those that have been holding out to kind of complete their Hoth lineup, this doesn't necessarily do it.
I don't know. For me, I mean, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure we'll get an ESB one eventually, but I think I've always liked the look of this figure. You know, it's got some stuff going for it. Cool helmet design. You know, fairly similar to like a TIE Pilot, just in overall aesthetics, but definitely has its own unique, little bits and tubes and stuff like that. So cool looking trooper, and can definitely get a couple of them, in your lineup. But for those purists, I get it.
I don't remember. Gosh, I don't know why I'm not remembering this this design in ESB. Is he?
They actually
he's the AT-AT driver
pilot.
Yeah.
I think they used to call it like I'm sorry, Chris. The AT-AT pilot, isn't it? Or has it been the driver in the past?
Driver.
So for like the vintage figure, it's AT-AT or AT-AT driver. Okay.
Yeah.
So the same in both movies. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a scene with like General Veers on Hoth, and he's like behind them, and he's doling out commands and stuff like that.
Mm.
You just see them, moving stuff, but yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I don't know. I don't anticipate the trooper having a big role in the movie. It's probably going to be fodder for Mando and Grogu, but yeah, cool seeing
I
some
mean,
of
this
the
looks
figures
like
here.
the lineup so far. I mean, we've
Mhm.
got the snow trooper. So essentially the on your screen left to right. The second one is kind of a stand-in for one of the snow troopers that we've gotten in the past. The left one is kind of like a Ralph McQuarrie inspired helmet on the left, instead of having like the the
The
vinyl,
bib
like
or whatever.
the bibber on the front of that, and like we've talked about in the past, the one on the right is like a shore trooper and a snow trooper had a love child.
Only the
with that.
greatest trooper ever made.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that
obviously
design.
TC's gonna have like 20 of those behind him and at some point.
That and the range trooper are my favorite too.
Yeah, all those figures together would look great.
So I don't know. I'm gonna reserve judgment on any of the Mando figures until obviously seeing the movie. But I think back to, I don't necessarily know they're gonna make as many of them as like they did for when the Mando show came out first on Disney Plus, and so many of those troopers sat forever, and still, even though they're sold out, like they just don't hold
I saw the
a lot of value.
that shore trooper snow trooper hybrid. It says 300 pieces in Hong Kong on some of the Hong Kong websites. Like that just seems extraordinarily low for a release. But I guess they don't. I guess they don't sell like you're saying.
Yeah,
300.
I would be
Well,
surprised if
like,
it's that low.
but I mean, those are the ones that, like, not that we ever like forecast values and stuff, but it definitely would be one of those ones that I wouldn't want to. I'm trying to think of a figure that we would have talked in the past that is, to me, seems like a similar type of thing as that snow hybrid trooper that TC's talking about, like the mud trooper back from Solo.
Mhm.
Nobody wanted it when it was like in pre-order, and then somebody got it in hand and said like good things about it, and then all of a sudden all the hype started, and then that figure went through the roof. And I haven't looked at the value in that in a long time. But moral of the story, if you like the look of a figure and you like the movie and you want it on your display, just go get it. Don't play the waiting game, because you might end up paying more aftermarket.
Yeah, and I know we got a comment from Draw the Line. I know it's just the Hong Kong batch is 300, but and Sideshow probably gets like 2,000 or 2 to 3,000 or something like that. But still, I mean, Hot Toys has been around for a very long time. You'd think that they're, I guess it just doesn't have the same, just doesn't have the demand over there still.
I mean, it would be interesting to see what the run of like a figure like that, a trooper, unnamed trooper, essentially against like, say, a limited figure where there's only like 2,500 available worldwide or something. I don't know. There might even end up being less than that on some of those figures if they don't get a lot of pre-order numbers.
Yeah, I mean, the Range Trooper was like this. It was a special edition, and then Sideshow got a small batch, and it was limited batch in Hong Kong. Then they basically re-released it for Andor. I believe for Andor. So,
yep. I don't necessarily know what I want to talk about this, but I know we had to talk about it.
Jabba.
Rada the Hutt, Chris. AKA Stinky from the Clone Wars movie, which was essentially the first like couple episodes. Well, actually it wasn't even the first 4. It's like dropped in, like you actually have to watch a couple of the episodes of the show, and like even an episode from like season 3, and then like a couple episodes before you even get to the air quotes Clone Wars movie. But somebody made the meme of Dave Filoni's first movie Star Wars movie was essentially 4 episodes of the Clone Wars stitched together that featured Rod of the Hutt. And his second Star Wars movie is essentially 4 episodes of The Mandalorian stitched together featuring Rod of the Hutt. Coincidence?
Yeah.
I think not.
Yeah, and that Clone Wars movie wasn't super well received, and we're seeing
If
some
they just
mixed.
made it 4 episodes and just dropped it in the regular thing, it would have been fine. But
Yeah.
they had to get theatrical eyes on it, I guess. So.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
This is
throwing
gonna be
this
an
one to
all-time
you.
bad seller. I mean, all-time flop. I don't know.
It's almost so bad that it's good though, TC. Like, they've never done something like this in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
When the tease first came out, I think I have one of the photos here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this photo. And they didn't give you the full look, and they just showed you they were gonna. I thought immediately it was just like a statue that was gonna have with like the
Yeah.
arm extended, and you just put it in your collection. I don't know. I feel like some are gonna like it. It looks like the torso has some articulation.
Mm-hmm.
The arms look like you can articulate. They don't bend. The face looks lifeless. Supposedly you can move the eyes around, but
Yeah.
like you really can't have him in any kind of action poses, even though they have him, because he's just got like a blank stare. It's just like this photo, it doesn't work. Like you'd expect like the mouth to be open or something.
This needed a second head sculpt.
It did.
So what's the price on this thing? Because this thing,
It's
to
actually
me,
not.
if it's
not
anything more
bad.
than
Bad.
175, I don't want.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's like under 300, but it's like nowhere near like what Sideshow was charging for like their Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
That was
it's
like 9.
$295.
Wasn't that like
295?
900 something?
Yeah.
A couple years
I
ago.
think so. Yep.
The thing about it is, I can't imagine this being very expensive to make. It's not all one piece. They clip in all the different pieces.
Yeah.
It's one.
Yeah, there's like a
sculpt.
tail,
It's
a
vinyl,
tail,
or
a
I don't know what
torso.
it is. Yeah, it's.
I am not getting this. Spoiler. I don't think either of you are getting it. I don't know. Does this push the envelope in any way? Like, I know some of the, like Mike's saying in the chat, like, does this give them a chance to make a Jabba the Hutt figure? Maybe.
Yeah.
They
They're
should be able to
testing the
make
waters,
one.
maybe.
I'd hope that they don't. I'm sure they're smart enough to realize this is not going to be reflective of what Jabba would sell, like how it would sell. I think Jabba would be very successful.
Yeah.
People would definitely go in for that, especially at the price point, even if it is cheaper to make.
All right.
but
Mike's saying $295.
I don't know. I used to have the Blurg. This kind of reminds me of the Blurg
Mm-hmm.
in terms of quality. And it's fine. It's fine. It's just I don't know. I don't know much about Rod of the Hutt. I don't know anything about Rod of the Hutt. I guess no one does.
You'll
We'll
find out in
later
about
tonight.
an hour. Maybe
I
you'll
don't know.
think
There's so many other good things out. Honestly, there's too much other quality out there for me to consider this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like the paintwork and everything looks decent. You know, at least what they're showing us here, it doesn't look completely, half baked. It seems like there was effort put into it. He's got the tattoo on his back or the back of his head and stuff. But yeah, I think there's going to be a niche part of the collector base that's going to jump for this. I mean, I know somebody that pre-ordered it, so yeah. I mean, maybe he gets a cult following after the movie comes out.
I mean, he's not even. I mean, I don't know. I guess age-wise, like Clone Wars is, between 19 and 22 years before the Battle of Yavin.
There's like
that was early on in the Clone Wars. That was right after Attack of the Clones. I'm just trying to think of age wise. So like, I don't know how the Hutts
probably
aged.
like around 40 or 50 years old.
Yeah. So he went from being able to be like Grogu size to now he's as tall as Mando. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't see you being able to make any kind of an action pose here. So to me, it makes like his gladiator battle axe is here, like off the table in the display. It's just, I don't know. It's a
maybe we'll leave the film with like what is the Obi-Wan Maul fight? Duel of Fates?
Yep.
Maybe we'll get that kind of impression. Mando versus Rada. Duel of Fates Part 2.
More like the duel of the salad bar or something. All right.
Frog bowl.
Yeah. All right. Before we get to the Phantom Menace figures, I just want to talk briefly about shout out to our own Jared, aka the Mafex Mando. He is all about the Clone Commandos. The video game, I think it was from 2005. Apparently still holds up well. I think I have it on my Switch. I have played it maybe a couple times as the ported over version. Essentially, the whole premise of it is you've got 4 troopers that make up Delta Squad. They all have unique talents and skills. I can't think of what Fixers is here off the top of my head, but you now, I guess really why I wanted to talk about this is because in the past, and Chris probably isn't too salty about this with like say Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're and omitting Omega from the Bad Batch, like Hot Toys is finishing teams these days.
Gotta do it. Come on, Hot Toys.
Who did they miss from Guardians? Because I mentioned
well, it was taken forever. They eventually made
Mantis,
so but okay. I wasn't collecting that.
Yeah, by then everybody had given up, so I don't know, like it's not for me, like, and I can't go in and get a pre-order for this because Sev, which was the one that was the, I guess the sniper one that has he's left to right on your screen here, third one in, that was the one that went up for pre-order a week or two ago. That's already waitlisted.
Yep.
I would imagine Fixer is also probably close to being waitlisted, if not already.
It's waitlisted.
Yeah. Like this morning, it was low stock. Last year, you got the other two. I think it's Boss and Scorch are the other two. Like, it's not completely out of the question to like probably go back and get those figures. I mean, you're gonna pay probably over $100 over what original retail was. Like, if you really love this squadron, and I guess they make an appearance in the Bad Batch, if I can recall. Yeah, I mean, that's why they got the figures made. I don't know. Like, for clone, I love clones. I just don't necessarily love this particular version to want to get 4 clones that I don't really know much about.
Yeah,
I mean, great designs.
Yeah,
yeah,
agree. All very unique, different color schemes. I think, they look great on a shelf together. But yeah, I don't really have much of a connection. I do remember trying to hunt down the Scorch Hasbro 3 3/4-inch figure back in the day for my nephew. Probably
the
like
vintage collection or
no, it was like the Saga collection. It was like 06, 07, somewhere around that time frame. But I remember going to so many different toy stores trying to find that. I eventually found it. So, but
of course you did. You're like the king scavenger.
Always be hunting. Always be scavenging.
Always be scavenging. ABS. I ended up taking over that phrase for my soccer teams when I say abs, but it's mostly always be scanning.
Yes, there you go.
Nice.
Look around, look behind you before you make a pass. Soccer has nothing to do. I just came from soccer practice this evening, so that's why I got soccer on the brain. But yeah, one final comment about this. Mike's saying these guys were the original Bad Batch, just not as unique as those clone troopers were. But yeah, I know particularly there's a lot of people that are excited about this. A lot of people that are excited about being able to complete that team. So good for them. Hot Toys doing some good stuff lately. All right, moving right along. Got about 25 minutes before TC has to hop off. We're definitely gonna cut this in time so he can make his showing. 2 more figures I want to talk about tonight. We'll save collection updates for next time out. It's certainly not as epic as last one out was. Use the opportunity when TC wasn't here to take some more airtime to talk about my plan.
Nice.
TC, you would have been like
Pure
rolling
insanity.
you would have been rolling your eyes the whole time, like, oh god, not again.
Well, we've already
Still have
had
yet to sell.
discussion.
Still have yet to sell a figure though. But all right, next up, Battle Droid and the STAP or STAP. I'm gonna say STAP. Chris,
Doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
It's an AT-AT, and now this is a
there's no hyphen,
STAP.
so it's a STAP. One word.
I'm just giving you crap.
Lock it. I know. Lock it in. This reminds me a lot of one of the original like Hasbro figures that they had for the Phantom Menace. Guys, a reissue of the Battle Droid, a reissue of the STAP that we've gotten multiple different times. It's in Phantom Menace colors. You cannot buy the Battle Droid single at this point. I know a lot of troop builders are a little perturbed by this. We still might get one, but the fact that it didn't get announced on the same day makes me think that you might not get them separately at this point.
Makes no sense. I don't know.
I don't get it.
Oh, the cost isn't like the cost. So, spoiler, I actually pre-ordered this because I'm trying to set up the Phantom Menace. I don't actually have a Battle Droid yet, so I actually prefer this color to the Geonosis one.
Yeah.
Even with the STAP, it was still I say only, but it was like a 2. Mike can probably correct me on this. I think it was like $275 or $285. For a Battle Droid, probably a little bit much, but I mean, when you're getting the vehicle, and I think it is one of the ones that you probably want to display on your shelf like this, I think it looks pretty good. It's not going to be for everybody, Roger, but I think for somebody that's going to have a prequel / Clone Wars shelf, I think this is going to fit right in.
Yeah, I just feel like they could have, if it's at 275, you could have made it 245 and then the single like 190. And so, yeah, you just drastically reduce the STAP. They've already made the mold. It's not like it doesn't cost them anything to paint it. I don't know. I just feel that they could have made a lot more money by allowing people to army build these, but I don't know. They do what they want to do.
They'll do it again as like a Revenge of the Sith
version
or something like that. Like, no,
I'm better. 255. So you figure the vehicle going in the memory banks here. I'm trying to think of figures where we've gotten this before. I think Anakin was Anakin. He was the first one that had this. I want to say that was almost valued at what, probably $100 retail from the figure with the vehicle versus not.
Yeah, it was a lot more. Yeah, I'm not like there's a premium to it. I can't remember. But... Yeah, like now you can get it for like 190.
Yeah, that's a peg warmer, but this might end up being a peg warmer, but I don't know. Right time, right place. Pre-order. lock it in. Wasn't quite a dopo. I did. It was like a second day. It was this morning while I was looking.
I do like the colors. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely, like you were saying, Brian, it definitely gives me nostalgia because one of the Hasbro preview figures for the Phantom Menace back in 1999 was this battle droid on the Stap, and I remember, you know, trying to get that right on release, and now you can find them for like $3 in the package. Actually, I got one in the collection that I bought recently. But yeah, this is cool. Battle Droid, definitely one of the key characters, so to speak, from Phantom Menace, just because of there's so many of them. I feel like you kind of need one in there with a Phantom Menace setup, and why not have it on a Stap and draw the line saying, yeah, have it chasing Jar Jar Binks. I mean, yeah, definitely right there on Naboo.
Yep. So pretty cool. I think this one will actually do reasonably well. I haven't really seen a lot of too much chatter about it, but I know for me in my own collection, like it made sense, so I decided to go with it. All right, and finally, the main course here, and Chris, you're gonna laugh at this because before I bring up these images, I cannot look at this figure and not think of Natalie Portman's one of her more recent appearances on SNL when she's like rapping with this Queen Amidala outfit on, and it's great.
Oh yeah, go check that out. But man, this is
a wow.
This is definitely a wow release. I didn't think that we would. I mean, back in the day when we're going strong, like I never thought that Hot Toys would come out with something like this, and I'm glad that it didn't come out then. It came out now with the quality that Hot Toys is putting out with the face sculpts and the clothing and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a centerpiece type figure in a collection, and this was actually a dopo for me. So this is definitely one that I knew that if they ever made this, that I was definitely going to get this. I mean,
that the hair looks real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing with that technique, but
well, is that her hair or
It's
part
not
of the
her hair?
headdress? I think it might be the
okay.
headdress, but still, I mean,
it's supposed to be
gives,
like her hair.
Yeah. I mean, she had some pretty extravagant different looks, which I mean, at the time when this came out, it was big. I see this, and I can't remember if she had this on when they were actually doing the invasion, but I always think of the scene, Chris, where she's kind of like staring out the window as all the separatist gunships are kind of coming down to Naboo. I mean, it's even like, guys, this face sculpt's incredible. I mean, a couple people have said like it doesn't quite look like Natalie Portman, and they think that it could have been like, obviously Keira Knightley was a stand-in for Sabe, her handmaiden, and wore the Queen Amidala. I keep saying it wrong. Gosh, I'm tired tonight. Amidala in certain parts of the movie, but like this is 100% Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Keira Knightley in this. Keira Knightley, when she was Sabe, like in disguise, like she didn't wear this outfit. Like this,
No.
That was a totally different outfit. It was like the black one. But yeah, this is. I mean, that's Natalie Portman. Yeah, this is from the beginning. But yeah, I just think this figure looks great. light up feature. Yeah, if you ever watch those behind the scenes documentaries for the movie, I mean this outfit was like very intricate and highly detailed, and I think it sold at auction um, the last few years for big money, or at least it's in a museum or something. But yeah, definitely a must in my collection.
The Phantom Menace has some of the best figures of like any line.
Mm-hmm.
Now the updated Qui-Gon, the new Maul,
Jar Jar.
Could be in the works.
Well, yeah, Jar Jar's already been.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I
See, TC, we are completely out of the loop.
I think I didn't know that. Okay, I'll have to go check them out.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean,
like it'd be. I guess I didn't realize that her dress actually like lit up, but I guess it kind of made sense, with the USB power here. This is one of those times like there's like I can't even offer any sort of critique or criticism of this. Like this is when like Hot Toys gets a lot of grief, and I know a lot of collectors aren't particularly happy with all the announcements that we've got, because especially I feel bad for like so far for like OT collectors at this point, because this has been very slanted towards either Mandalorian and Grogu or the prequels. I'm happy because like I'm gonna have a big part of my collection that I'm building towards that will feature this, but I don't know. I still think, you know what? Hey, OT collectors, just be patient, because if TC is right, like he normally is, you're gonna get Escape Leia next week, and you're gonna be happy.
And I just think next year is going to be huge with the 50th anniversary of A New Hope. So
I mean, for me, I it's a little bit of a risk. I think, Chris, maybe I feel like we talked about this last week as well, last episode, where I'm not as feeling like a sense of urgency to go get whatever Leia and Han and Chewie figure that is available now, because we probably are going to get 2.0 versions of a lot of the A New Hope characters. And to be honest, I mean, we love Return of the Jedi here. Empire Strikes Back is great, but I mean, like those first appearances for A New Hope, I mean, those are like really iconic looks for Luke. I mean, we very well could get, a new farm boy Luke. We could get Leia with an
Those are
updated
needed.
her first look wasn't done executed that well. I always think of Han in the cantina, who shot first. I mean, that look. I mean, we could
be on the way.
Greedo. We could get an updated Ben Kenobi, which would be awesome. X-Wing Luke. We've got Snowspeeder Luke, but X-Wing Luke. Man, like to me, like I would almost rather have some of those versions of the characters than like their Empire or Return of the Jedi looks. So I'm okay with waiting right now.
I would still want the Han from Empire.
That one does look good, and if I can get
Leia,
if I can get the Chewie converted or get a Chewie, like I've got to get that Han. Like
at this point, like the Return of the Jedi figures are a little bit. Han's newer, but the other ones are a little bit aged. The Luke's, the Leia's still good. Leia's still very good, and the Wicket,
best friend Leia,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the writing is on the wall with 2.0s coming, and with the technology and the painting applications that the quality of, the sculpting, everything. I think we're getting all new stuff next year. I think it's going to be a freaking deluge of Star Wars.
And that Luke, that original Luke, I don't know what happened, because like Hot Toys will stick the final sculpt on the box. But that sculpt didn't match what you got in the box. I don't know what it was. If it was just the paint. I don't know. There was definite downgrade from what you thought you were getting. I know that can happen, but the Farm Boy Luke needs he needs an upgrade. And if they do it right, it's going to be one epic figure.
I think that's probably the number one figure that needs a redo, in my opinion.
So, in conclusion, Queen Amidala, chef's kiss. Keep it up, Hot Toys. There's going to be a lot of good stuff. Like I said, I don't think we're going to get the pre-order announcements of like A New Hope this year. I think it'll happen next year. And it's probably going to be 2028 figure releases for most of those. I could be wrong. I can't recall exactly what they did for like Attack of the Clones, their 20th, Return of the Jedi's 40th. So we'll see.
Yeah, and probably a lot of reissues of the Troopers, a Vader, Tarkin. We've got a lot of opportunities there for, Episode 4, A New Hope, coming up. But there's so many other Star Wars figures that we can still see coming this year. I'm curious what else we're going to see after this, this next week, the rest of the year, if we're going to see a lot more stuff, or if they're going to kind of go into the different properties, leave Star Wars a little bit light.
I still think we're going to get some clones. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Commander Bly. That's been one that's been talked about. I think that's I should know this. I think it's like the 327th, like star unit or something. But getting Commander Bly, they could do as a repaint with some of the other clone stuff they've done, and give him a battalion trooper as well. There's a couple other, is it Commander Bakara or somebody? I think was with Aris Secula.
He's got some different attire to kind of make him a little bit more unique, a little bit different helmet style.
But I mean, they have like that. So with like Commander Hound and one of the troopers that came with one of the vehicles, they did that style of helmet. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if we get Bly or Bakara at some point this year. It does seem like, I mean, clones sell well. There's plenty of people like me out there that will buy them up. So I wouldn't be surprised if, each year for the next couple of years, you see what you got like last year with Wolf and one of his battalions, and year prior with Cody. And I know we got the 212 figure coming out later this year. It'll be really good stuff. But the other thing, the final thought I wanted to make, so we can get TC out of here on time, so he can make his showing, is Chris, I feel like this is working against like Marvel at this point, because Star Wars is like all over the place. I feel like the secrecy regarding like Doomsday and Secret Wars and stuff, like in years past, like with Infinity War and Endgame, like you probably would have seen some announcements ahead of time. Like they're so secretive and like locked down what any of this stuff's going to be. I feel like it's actually hurting Marvel collectors because there's nothing for them to make right now.
Yeah, I mean, aside from, we've had the Punisher being teased, we've had Daredevil, stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, what was Spider-Man coming up? Spider-Man Brand New Day.
There's not even any of those figures yet, though.
They haven't
what shocked
teased anything. So, but yeah,
I mean, the main event's tonight. So once this passes, then they'll start the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I know. And just, if you're looking for figures, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, just go see our man Ray at Underground Figures, who's in the chat. So
what's going on, Ray? Love to see you in the chat. Yeah, the boys are back in town. I won't sing because we don't have the copyrights to that song. I don't want to get a copyright strike, but yeah, we're back. Back and better than ever. Well, maybe not better than ever, but we're back and we're here mucking things up. So stealing about 8 or 10 viewers from other people's shows whenever we can.
Sounds about right. I'll take those odds.
Nowhere near the heyday when we had over 100 or whatever it was. We'll get there. But all right, guys, good stuff here. Let's shut this stream down. Congratulations to anybody going out to see The Mandalorian and Grogu tonight, tomorrow, this weekend, early next week. Enjoy that popcorn movie, like Chris said.
Oh yeah, should be a fun weekend. Scavengers, keep it spoiler free in the group, and yeah, just enjoy the movie, and hopefully we see some more figures for it.
All right, enjoy it. 2C tonight, Chris. Bring us home.
Gonna switch it up. This is the way.